Our next speaker of the session is Swarnalatha Gopalsamy. She has almost around 20 plus years of experience as a medical language specialist and technical writer. And she has been involved in crafting release notes and collaborating with cross-functional teams for enhancing the documentation process. And her journey from medical domain to the world of technical writing has equipped her with a unique perspective, enabling her to approach challenges with creativity and precision. And currently, she is working as a technical writer with Grey Orange. And her topic of discussion would be diverse perspectives on the release notes process for tech docs. And I welcome Swarnalatha Gopalaswamy for this session. Over to you, Swarnalatha.
Hi, everyone. I'm Swarnalatha Gopalsamy. I'm excited to be here today to share insights into our release process for technical documentation. Over the past 2 years at Grey Orange, I have been deeply involved in creating release notes and collaborating with various teams. Today, we'll explore how our collaborative approach and different perspectives have significantly impacted our documentation process. Before we begin, let me share a bit about my background. After a 20-year career as a medical language specialist, I transitioned to technical writing. TWT provided me with a solid foundation in documentation. Joining Grey Orange marked a new chapter for me. I have refined my skills in crafting effective release notes here at Grey Orange. I am excited to discuss the challenges we faced and how we have enhanced our process for better outcomes. Let's dive into what release notes are all about. Imagine them as a quick snapshot that shows you what is new or changed in a software update. They act like a friendly guide, helping you understand what is happening in your system without wading through a lot of details. So, how do release notes stand out from other documentation? Think of them as the highlights reel. They focus on the essential updates and changes in a concise format. They are perfect for getting the big picture quickly. On the other hand, feature documentation is like a detailed manual that walks you through how to use new features and updates. It provides all the nitty-gritty details and instructions you might need. Now that you understand what release notes are and how they differ from other documentation, let's explore the initial challenges we faced in our organization. 2 years ago, we were facing significant challenges with our release notes. Our release notes was overly technical, making it difficult for our customers to understand. Additionally, our process was chaotic. There was confusion about who was responsible for generating and distributing these release notes to customers. Product managers were overwhelmed, emails went unanswered, and we were all running in circles. This lack of clarity frustrated our customers who wanted to know what changes were being pushed into their systems. So the turning point came when PKE team stepped in. Instead of bombarding customers with every detail, we focused only on customer-facing features. Our senior manager designed a Jira query that filtered out irrelevant information, allowing us to deliver targeted, clear documents. This breakthrough meant that customers now had a clear view of the features coming their way. Next, we tackle the presentation of this information. We replace long, jargon-heavy release notes with a new user-friendly template. This template offered clear, concise explanation, making the release notes more accessible and easier to understand. So let's talk about the anatomy of release notes. To make our documentation more effective and user friendly, we categorized our release notes into two main types: the product release notes and the maintenance release notes. First, let us talk about the product release notes. These are critical documents we generate whenever we roll out new features and enhancements to our software. The process kicks off as soon as we receive a notification indicating that a new version has been tagged. This notification serves as a starting point to begin preparing the release notes. The first step is to extract the relevant features using Jira queries, ensuring that we capture all essential details. We then focus on identifying the user persona, the specific group of users who will benefit from these features, and the bot type that the feature applies to. This helps us craft a clear and impactful description that resonates with the intended audience. Next, we collaborate closely with product managers to ensure that the summary of features accurately reflects the benefits of the update. We highlight how these improvements will enhance the user experience. After gathering and organizing all the necessary information, we create a visually appealing front page using Canva. The finalized document is then reviewed and approved by the product manager before it is converted into a PDF and made available for download in our documentation portal. Now let us discuss about the maintenance release notes. These notes are essential for addressing bug fixes and other updates that require immediate attention. The process begins with a notification which alerts us that a new version needs to be created. We start by extracting the relevant bug details from Jira. Each bug undergoes a thorough investigation, and if any details are unclear, we collaborate with the technical team for further clarification. Once we have all the necessary information, we document the summary of the bug, including a detailed bug description, its cause, and the fix that has been implemented. This structured approach ensures that all critical aspects are captured effectively. After preparing the maintenance release notes, they are submitted to the QA manager for their review. Upon approval, these notes are converted into a PDF and shared. By categorizing our release notes in this way, we ensure that our documentation is not only organized but also tailored to meet the specific needs of our users. Sorry. The next step was ensuring that the release notes reach our customers before changes were implemented. The change management team took over this responsibility, handling the delivery of our finalized release notes. Additionally, with early visibility into upcoming features, we started preparing detailed user-friendly guides which greatly enhance the customer experience. Let's walk through the entire workflow that details how we manage the life cycle of release notes. This flowchart captures each step from the initial identification of features to how the final release notes reach the customers. Here, you can see here, the product management team identifies and approves new features and enhancements. Once the features are approved, we, the product knowledge enablement team, take over. We segregate the approved features into product release notes and maintenance release notes. After that, we draft the release notes and submit them for review. Product release notes are reviewed by the product management team and maintenance release notes are reviewed by the QA team. After the review, feedback is implemented if necessary, and the release notes go through another round of review if required. Once all reviews and updates are completed, we finalize the release notes. The finalized release notes are handed over to the change management team, who ensures they are distributed to the customers. After the customers receive the release notes, feedback is collected. If improvements are needed, the release notes go through another review cycle. If feedback is positive, it is acknowledged and documented. Our improved documentation of release notes also had a positive impact on the sales team. They began using our release notes to communicate more effectively with potential clients, demonstrating how our solutions add real business value. Looking ahead, we are excited about several future developments in our release notes process. A key focus is automation. We are trying to implement Atlassian automation through Jira to generate release notes automatically. Additionally, we see potential in integrating Jira with ClickHelp, our documentation platform, which will enhance our release notes generation. Here, I have to say that ClickHelp is a powerful tool for creating, managing, and publishing documentation. Its API allows for dynamic, collaborative, and accessible documentation creation, promoting efficiency and accuracy in our processes. We have already integrated ClickHelp into our workflow, which has proven invaluable for authoring, team collaboration, and publishing. All our release notes are uploaded to our documentation portal, making it easy for both internal and external users to access and download them. This enhances accessibility and fosters collaboration. Our ultimate goal is to streamline our processes further, ensuring that our documentation remains dynamic, collaborative, and readily available to everyone who needs it. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that our journey of continuous improvement does not stop here. We are committed to tracking changes carefully to ensure that our documentation remains accurate and user friendly. We are also refining our processes to enhance team efficiency and keep our documentation relevant and useful to our users. The role of a technical writer continues to evolve. It is no longer just about writing well, it is about cross functional collaboration, that is, working with different teams to bridge the gap between the technical details and the user needs. I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of our product management team in identifying and prioritizing key features that add value to our users, as well as the QA team for their thorough reviews that ensures our documentation is top-notch. Their insights have been invaluable in shaping our release notes. As new challenges emerge, adapting to them is key to staying successful in this ever-changing field. I am excited about the future and look forward to continuing this journey of growth and learning. Before we move to the Q&A, I'd like to express my gratitude to my senior manager, product manager, and all my team members. Your collaboration has been key to the success of our release notes process. So that's it. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Please feel free to ask.
Thank you, Sunita. Sunita is ready for any question and answer. If you have any questions, please type in your questions in the chat, or you can ask. We have one question from Sonal. Are the fixed bugs mentioned in the release notes or as a part of a known and corrected issues list?
Could you please repeat it?
Are the fixed bugs mentioned in the release notes or as a part of a known and corrected issues list?
Yeah, it is in the known issues only. Known issues and the corrected issues only. It will come as a maintenance release notes part.
Hope that answered your question, Sonal.
Hi, this is Mridula. I would just give a little more explanation there. So, we, as Swarna rightly mentioned, that we have maintenance release notes as well as product release notes. So, this is usually, given different name in different organizations. So, here the maintenance release notes is actually the known and corrected issues. So please do not see it at par with the product release notes. Here, for the maintenance release notes, we focus only on the issues that were logged by the customers and that were fixed by our team, and they had to be communicated to the customers. And therefore, it is very ad hoc in nature. These are not planned, whereas the product release notes is like a planned process where there is a specific date in the calendar by which the release notes has to be published. But when it comes to maintenance release notes, it is pretty ad hoc. So we get about 24 to 48 hours to get that done. And I have to say that Swarna does a fantastic job at it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mridula.
Thank you, Swarnalatha. So, your session was very informative, and you gave a great, insightful session on the anatomy of release notes and what exactly are release notes, and how did you overcome all the challenges that you faced during the release management process, and also the development life cycle of the release management. And I hope all our participants and the users were helpful, and they gained an insightful session on this. And I hope they will implement all these inputs in their release notes life cycle, and also in their day-to-day life cycle. And further questions they can ask in all our WhatsApp and Telegram groups, and they can join that and they can connect with you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Sanalata.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,